A man notices a hooded guy on the subway. The guy shoves a backpack under a seat. At first, he does not think much of it. When the train stops, the hooded man gets off without looking back. The bag is tightly packed, and his face cannot be seen. The man is an FBI agent. The strange behavior catches his attention. The train has already moved, and he cannot follow. A sense of unease starts to grow. There are many passengers on board. He needs to confirm if the bag is dangerous. He walks to where the man was standing. He kneels down and opens the backpack. Inside, he finds a timed bomb.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Do you know how to...
No.
Seeing the danger, he pulls the emergency brake. The train comes to a violent stop. Pete shows his badge and orders everyone to evacuate. He tells them there is a bomb on board. The passengers panic immediately. Strong men push past the elderly and children. They rush to jump off and save themselves. Pete notices a mother and daughter he had given his seat to. They are still stuck and cannot move. He runs over, picks up the girl, and helps them off. Just as the three of them jump down, the explosion blast throws Pete across the ground. He sees the mother and daughter are safe. Before passing out, the last thing he sees is train number 2781. Because Pete evacuated the passengers early, the casualties are reduced. He suffers a mild concussion. Crowds gather outside the barricade. Pete spots a hooded man in the crowd. The man is staring straight at him. Pete believes he is the bomber. As he tries to call it in, the man turns and runs. Ignoring the pain, Pete chases after him. He follows him into a quiet alley. The suspect suddenly disappears. Pete draws his gun and moves deeper inside. He checks near a dumpster. The hooded man suddenly attacks from behind. He tries to grab Pete's gun. Pete slams him to the ground. Injured and dizzy, Pete struggles in the fight. He gets pinned down. He notices a snake tattoo on the man's waist. Unable to subdue Pete, the man runs off. Pete staggers after him, but he is hit by a car. He collapses and cannot get up. He can only watch the suspect vanish. 1 year later, after the bombing case, Pete is reassigned to a desk job at the White House. His schedule is different from everyone else. He wakes up at 5 in the afternoon. He clocks in at 7:30 at night. He works for the presidential advisor, Farr. Farr personally brought him into the White House. Pete's job is very unusual. Every night at 8, he opens the office door after taking over from the previous shift. He sits at his desk watching an old telephone. That phone has never rung, but if it ever does, it means a national crisis. He feels this job is boring, busy work. That night, in a house in the Washington suburbs, Rose is drinking and chatting with her aunt and uncle. Her parents died early, so she grew up with them. They treat her like their own child. Late at night, she wakes up to voices downstairs. She checks the time, and it is midnight. Her phone has no signal. She tries to turn on the light, but the power is out. She walks out and sees her aunt and uncle arguing. She quietly heads downstairs. Her aunt suddenly points a gun at her. After realizing it is her niece, she lowers it. Rose is shocked to see her with a gun. She has many questions, but her aunt has no time to explain. She tells Rose someone is watching the house. They must ensure her safety. Her uncle quickly writes a note and hands it to her. He tells her to leave through the back door. Go to the neighbor at the foot of the hill. Call the number on the note. Say the words "night operation," then read everything written on the paper. Rose is terrified and does not know what to do. Her aunt urges her to leave immediately. She quietly slips out through the back door.